lost my mind already. Good start. Hello, my darlings, welcome back to my channel. So, today we are doing something very exciting. I feel like I say that at the start of every video, but I'm very excited about this video because I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me your questions about Keep Your Laws Off, and we're going to answer them today. I had quite a few. I keep clapping. I have picked out my favourite ones, and without further ado, let's get straight into it. The first and probably my favourite question was, what was the inspiration? So Keep Your Laws Off, I wrote the night that I found out about Roe versus Wade being overturned. As some of you know, I am from the UK, so while this didn't directly affect me, I was very concerned and worried, and it just massively threw me. And it was kind of just, at first, all it was just, oh my god, I'm so stressed about this situation, let me just write something and get it down and get it out of my head, because that's kind of how I've learnt to process. But it became much more a frustration from watching all of my female identifying friends or celebrities or YouTubers or whatever on Instagram talking about it, whereas all of the men didn't even mention it. I was getting really frustrated with all of my friends who identify as men because they weren't talking about it, and I was like, this isn't just an issue for women, this is an issue for everybody, but you're not talking about it. And it was really frustrating for me. So my kind of word vomit journal song became something much more releasable. Don't think that's a word, but that's what it became. How long did it take to write? Normally with my songs, I normally say about 30 minutes for the first kind of draft. And I think that was about right for like the first kind of like word vomit. This is everything I'm stressed about, this is what I'm going to talk about. But even to the point of when I was recording it, I was still going, there's got to be a better way to say this. And one of the lyrics, I can't actually remember what the original lyric was, but for the bit where it was like, have you ever been begged for some pics just to refuse and then get called a bitch? That was not the original lyric, and I came up with that literally as I was recording it, as I was doing the vocals, and I was just kind of like, I can't remember what the original line was, but I remember hating it. And I was just recording, and that came up, and I was like, okay, that'll do. That's fine. And now that's like one of my favourite lyrics. Which ties in quite well to the next question. What is your favourite lyric from the song? I do think, have you ever been begged for some pics just to refuse and then get called a bitch, I like that lyric. But I do think my favourite lyric from the whole song has got to be, I hope you never hear your daughter say, keep your laws off my body, blah, blah, blah. Because even to the point of, and I've spoken to my dad about this, but I got so frustrated. I was like, you have 2 daughters and you aren't even talking about it. With modern feminism, it's a lot easier for men to understand it when you go, what if it was your sister? What if it was your daughter? What if it was your mum? Like, and then people go, oh shit, no, this is an issue. One of my friends literally turned around to me and he was like, I heard that, and I was like, oh shit, no, I need to talk about this. And I was like, that's the reaction I wanted. And I think that's why that's my favourite lyric. Someone's put, I haven't heard it yet, where can I find it? If you haven't heard it, where have you been? It is on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, basically anywhere you will find my socials, you will find it. I will put a link in the description. Click on that and it will send you to a page where you can pick your favourite music streaming platform and choose to listen to it there. But yes, it is on most streaming platforms, and please listen to it and tell me what you think. Was it based on anyone? Technically no, because it's not like this song's about you. All of the situations I've spoken about in the verses are situations which have happened to me, and I wanted to put personal experiences in there because I didn't just want to talk about something and people feel like I was talking about it for the hell of it. Every single thing that I've put in the verses happened to me or one of my very close friends. So yeah, I suppose it's kind of based on the men who have done that. but not directly. More political songs. I don't know. I think for me to write a political song, obviously I did the 2020 song, which was my first ever song that I released. For me to release a political song, it has to be something that I'm seriously into and completely understand. I don't want to be one of those people who just writes political songs to piss people off. That's not at all what I want to kind of do. The abortion crisis and women's rights is something that throughout my teenage years, I've been very much like, I want to learn about this. This is something that I feel like I have to know a lot about. And that's why I kind of felt like I was in a position to write this song. If something else comes up, which no doubt it probably will, which is political, and I feel like I am in a position to write about it, then I probably will. I know that as a white female, I have a lot more influence than some other people, and I don't want to take a speaking platform away from someone when it could directly affect them a lot more than it affects me. So I don't know about more political songs. I also think it's a very slippery slope, and I don't want to be labelled as someone who only does political songs, because that's not just what I do. I do a lot of other songwriting stuff as well. I don't know. You'll have to wait and see. Subscribe to find out. And this is my favourite question. There's no punctuation, no emojis, no nothing, and it's just, what's next? And I love that. I do actually know what's next. I have 3 songs which I have finished and I love, which I want to release as soon as possible. I then also have 2 songs which are half finished, but one of which I was writing last night. And I get this feeling when I'm writing certain songs and I'm like, I have to release this. Like, this is not, there's no chance that this is not going to be released. And I got that feeling when I was writing one last night. So I need to finish those 2, record the 3, and I'm going back to uni in October. So hopefully I will manage to get them done and I can release them throughout the year. But who knows? Life is very good at throwing curveballs at the moment. So we will find out what happens. But there is definitely things kind of in the pipeline. So make sure to subscribe, follow me on all my socials to keep up with that. So yeah, those are the questions I picked out. If I didn't pick your question, I'm very sorry, but leave it in the comments below and I will reply to it, I promise. Is that everything? I think that's everything. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment. What other things are there? Listen to Keep Your Laws Off. I can't believe I forgot that one. Oh goodness. I'm not good at promo. Yeah, listen to Keep Your Laws Off. Like it on Spotify, add it to a playlist. I have created a personal playlist all with songs which inspired me while I was writing Keep Your Laws Off, which you can find on my Spotify page. Yeah, I think that's kind of everything. Okay, well, it's been very good answering your questions and I will see you in the next video. Okay, love you, bye.